Greetings from the cage with entomological collection. So I show you just very small part of entomological collection, just in a cage with beetles. Yes, we start our stream from the cage with beetles for lovers of insects, for entomophiles, for people who likes insects and who hates insects. Majority of people don't like insects. For majority of people thinking that we're irritating them, they're just thinking they're disgusting creatures. They're thinking they're just annoying them very much, because talking about insects is something strange. But for people who are familiar about entomology, about insects, about arthropods, just many segmented animals, insects are good creatures, insects are beneficial, insects are wonderful creatures. And some people who enjoy insects, they're making their collections, they're collecting them, they're making entomological and arachnological collection of insects for entomology study, collection of spiders for spiders study. And we start today our night stream directly from the cage with insects of different orders, belonging to different orders, such as Coleoptera, Lepidoptera, Hymenoptera, maybe Hemiptera, and different superfamilies and different families. And we start this stream from the cage with stag beetles. And this is a very big European stag beetle, or you call it in different languages as a deer beetle. And this is the male with huge mandibles, huge horns, which are just on the right part of a screen, and with open elytras. And this is a male. They're just fighting all together between them for female, for mating. That's why they have such strange features as horns. And they are called stag beetles. Some people enjoy them collecting in different countries, especially in some tropical countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. So there are different species, and very interesting one and very beautiful one belonging to family Lucanidae, stag beetles. Some Japanese people enjoying collecting huge amateurs collection with stag beetles, but also some people enjoy their breeding. I was very surprised that many Japanese people like to go to the forest to collect them just when we are sitting on trees, on bark trees, just hunting for them. Some beetles hunters are very popular in Japan because beetles are very common in Japan in forest way, if you know where to find, where to search. And actually they have a good price. They have a good price from up to $100 or up to $1,000 and even more. That's why many collectors are buying them just in special entomological shops. And some of them were going for entomological expeditions to collect stag beetles somewhere in tropical forests. But let's watch another part of collection and show you from comparison another specimens of stag beetles, another specimens of this species Lucanus cervus. Lucanus cervus. These two individuals, these two males have very big mandibles, but sometimes males can be very small, not like this big size. These are middle size, maybe 5 centimeters long, with open elytras and open hindwings. But you see here, we have the same species on the right part of the corner, on the right part of the screen. Same species, Lucanus cervus, European stag beetle, but with very small horns, What's happening? Why? Is it real different species or same species? Yes, this is the same species. European stag beetle. Lucanus cervus. This one male and this one female. Very tiny female and very tiny male, because they didn't have enough good comfortable conditions for development. Maybe too dry, too hot, maybe too wet, maybe too many water was in container, or maybe too many water was in under the bark of tree, because larvae of stag beetle are feeding on decomposing stems of some deciduous trees, like oak tree, willow tree, some other trees in a deciduous forest. And sometimes there's not enough food, not enough sufficient or just suitable food for larvae. That's why larvae can be smaller or bigger. Male or female can be smaller or bigger. Like here we have quite a small female with very short mandibles. These features on the head are called mandibles, and these features are called antennae. This is a male with long antennae, right and left, and these are mandibles, like two horns. So that's why this male is quite a small one in comparison with the previous one. But nevertheless, this is good sample to show variation of the same species depending from a climate, depending from a temperature, depending from food conditions. And also another species of another family, Scarabiidae, stag beetles, are shown here. Chafer beetle and small rhino beetles. Small rhino beetles. This is a female, this is a male. Quite a beautiful one. I cannot recognize the label with name. And this yellow one, this is a June beetle, Amphimalon, genus Amphimalon. And this one, very nice, rhino beetle with very nice horn, as you see here. Dung beetle, to be precise. But sometimes in just ordinary language, people call them rhino beetles. But it's not a rhino beetle, this is a dung beetle. This is a male, this is a dung beetle, female with no horn. And Amphimalon is very common in Ukraine in May-June time. And this nice night moth. And this is moth family hawk moths or Sphingidae. Quite a beautiful one. And also family Cosidae. Larva is developing under the bark of tree. See here the female with very narrow antennae. And where is the female? This is a female and male is here. This species of a Cassidae family has a Latin name Cerura erminea. And I want to show you this funny dung beetle, how he looks like. From the side. You see how beautiful this one. Beetle has one big horn on head and two special small horns on back sides of thorax. You see the left side and the right side. And Latin name Copris. Latin name Copris. Dung beetle. Larva is developing on dung of cows, for instance. Quite common one. Was nice beetle to collect. Used to be nice beetle to collect in its children time. My childhood, I enjoy collecting them sometimes in a village. Now it's not so many cows, not so many horses to collect them and to find them even near big village. Needs to take time to get them. And this one, I need to turn around. Sphingidae family. Take it off. Deadly genus. Very colorful hawk moth. Yes, more night moths are coming. See here, big moth with eyes coming here. Who is that? This is a nice giant peacock moth. This is giant peacock moth. Saturnia piri. Male or female. Watch just carefully on antennae. Antennae are very wide and big one. So this is a male. From the human being imagination, it's considered to be special protection of giant peacock moth. These four big like eyes, it's considered to be like for protection of this moth. So it's against some predators. But I guess so this probably imagination, because even tiny predaceous bird will not be surprised, will not be shocked by these tiny eyes when this very sweet, very tasty moth can open its wings. And also Ernamia, two males, family Cassidae. Larva is living under the bark of trees. And this species of Saturnia piri was bred in laboratory. Not an artificial diet, but it was bred on lilac. On lilac leaves in summertime, and it was given me as a gift. There are many species of moths can be bred, can be reared in captivity. For example, this one. Did you recognize who is that? Quite easy to recognize, because you can recognize the picture. Did you recognize the picture? In the center part of the screen, the picture of skull. So this is a deadhead moth. Deadhead moth with big antennae with white tips and forwarded front legs. Acherontia atropos. And very nice. Sphinx convolvuli. with, you see, with very long mouth parts, or proboscis, very nice proboscis, both of them belonging to family Sphingidae, hawk moths, but we're feeding on different plants. This one with long proboscis feeding on convolvulus, and nice deadhead moth was reared on lilac leaves, and part of living collection was bred on artificial diet by my friend and colleague from Chernigov region, Chernigov city. So you see the picture, skull. And I guess so that this is a male because of very big and large front legs. I showed several times living individual of deadhead moth in my streams. Very easily bred, relatively easily bred in captivity on artificial diet. It's possible to make observations. And it's possible even to get interesting videos of feeding of this nice hawk moth. And also interesting to observe not only feeding process but also some kind of conversation, some sounds, because deadhead moth can speak a little bit, produce not only buzzing but little bit very tiny voice, especially when it's just very young and try to fly away. And so male or female of deadhead moth making very nice kind of sounds, which is mimicking maybe we consider maybe the sound of a honeybee queen. So that allows to penetrate the honeybee beehive, and sometimes deadhead moth can steal a little bit honey from beehives without any damage. But sometimes honeybees are killing this moth inside beehive, and she cannot find a way away. This deadhead moth very well hunter for honey, and very easy can penetrate beehive, and also can crawl very close, carefully like a mouse. So that's why even in a dark place, inside like a beehive or inside the cavity in tree, deadhead moth is searching for honey and crawling very perfectly in the darkness, can escape from the beehive through entrance or through exit. So let's watch another individual. I guess another one I have female. Is this one? Yes, I have this big one with very enlarged first pair of legs, male. And I have another one, female. With different picture, with fat body. And this is a female. Also deadhead moth, Acherontiatropus, family Sphingidae. Enlarged body, enlarged belly or abdomen, you see. And not so wide tibia, first pair of legs. Different shape. And this nice moth of family Noctoidae. And tiny moth of family Lycaenidae. I can show a little bit smaller. Here is entomological pin, very big one. Can put it too much down. Well, let's search for another individual in our collection. Oh well, we were talking about Rhino beetles. So I need to show you not dung beetle family Scarabiidae, but real Rhino beetle. A real Rhino beetle is coming. Come on, babies. I forgot to show them. These are several Rhino beetles and one scarab beetles. Rhino beetles, males and females. I cannot take them off because they're carefully laying on cotton for protection because they're fragile. And in a container with very closed lid to protect them from Anthranos or other species of Dermistidae family, which are pests of entomological collection. Because these big fat bodies of Rhino beetles are very nice food for dermistids. Here, this is a male. This is a male. This is small chafer beetle, scarabid beetle. This male with closed elytros, and this one female with open first pair of wings and open second pair of wings and without horn. So this is a Rhino beetle, European Rhino beetle. Which is flown in the end of May, beginning of June. It has nice big horn for males. Yes, you see here, this is a horn. I cannot take them off because they are fragile and attached by legs to cotton. Must be careful. This is a small exposition collection. And you see, so soft body, so soft pterygites, soft part of abdomen. Here sometimes many crawling mites can be carried on the body of and hairy body of this Rhino beetle. Mites are very common cohabitants of Rhino beetles. But they are not parasitoids of them, they are just not parasites, they are just travelers, mites under the elytros. Mites are hiding under the elytros, and some mites are attached to the thorax and the abdomen on another shining part of the body. So they are crawling on the whole body sometimes. So some mites are real co-symbionts. They're traveling by beetle, the process of it's called foragy, from one place to another place, because mites are feeding on some plants, just decomposing plants, and beetles larvae are feeding also on decomposing plants, roots, stems under the ground, so they're cohabitants of the same habitat. And this beetle has, in many cases, a lot of mites under the elytras. Sometimes even archaeologists, people who study mites, collect them under elytras, not in natural condition, but in collection. It's enough to open elytras, and you can find here just dead bodies of some mites, sometimes new species, new for science, because they have so nice hidden habitat in such concealed place. This is very safe place for mites, under elytras, between elytras and second pair of wings. And you see here the male as well. Male left side and female right side. Focus. Sometimes focus is just not making focus. This is a female. Okay. Who is the next? Next beetle can be here. Who is this beetle? Very nice shape. Are you familiar about this beetle? Write in comments. Who is that? This beetle is living in water. This beetle is swimming under the water. So this is a nice aquatic beetle. But this is not predaceous diving beetle. This is a real diving beetle, but this is phytophagous beetle of family Hydrophilidae. Hydrophilus, it's written on the label as well. Quite a big size, about 4 centimeters, at least, or even more. But adult of this beetle is phytophagous and not predator, belonging to family Hydrophilidae. Quite similar in habitat, the same habitat like Dytiscidae, predaceous diving beetles. But predaceous diving beetle can be shown later. Yes, I need to search it in a separate box. Larva of this beetle is predaceous, the same as Dytiscidae beetles. This is scarab beetle, Scarabiidae family. This tiny beetle belonging to family of weevils, family Curculianidae. And here we have different orders. We have Hymenoptera and we have Mantodea. We have here Mantis religiosa, tiny mantis. Not male, but female. Not female. You see cerca. And very narrow shape, quite slender shape, and on the top of abdomen, which is not so huge. These are not ovipositor, these are parts called cerca. So this is a male. Male is not so heavy and a very good flyer. In many cases traveling well. So usually in August time, in late August, beginning in September, some species are traveling even in the city, in the area where I'm living. So sometimes we're attracted to the light through windows and sleep in apartments, and in many cases they're attracted by light of shops, some advertisements, shops light. So that's why it's easy to collect them just on asphalt road. And sometimes we're jumping and flying in daytime. I collected them this season in daytime. It was a very hot day and I found it, but in more or less good area with good vegetation. Here we see here brown color. And this is on the left side, this is a flower fly. This one, Syrphida, which is close in coloration and shape like a honeybee. This is round wasp of a family Vespidae. Good hunter of this one as well. And on the right side, small individual with different bees and bumblebees. So this is a, who is this? This is a honeybee. This one a honeybee. This is a queen of Dolichowespula, or Paravespula germanica. And some individuals of tiny bumblebees here. So you see here, these bumblebees, not very big one. These are males, collected in the end of August. Bombus gartorum. And this one, this is a parasitoid, family Pneumonidae. Parasitoid of probably of some larvae of under the bark of trees, or maybe some pupae or caterpillars. So then this parasitoid has a very long tail ovipositor. But this is not only the one representative. Some parasitoids of family Pneumonidae, they have a very, very long tail. But we showed them before and we can show them later. Okay, let's watch for some other bumblebees. Yes, where is bumblebee here? Can you recognize? Can you recognize? And who is that big creature on the top? You can write in the chat. Can you recognize here honeybee, for example? No, here there is no honeybee. And there is no hornet here. Many people, when you can see here this yellow and black creature, usually say this is a hornet. Even if I put label, if I put title of the video, this is not a hornet, people say no, this is a hornet. In reality, this is not a hornet, really. This is so-called mammoth wasp. Mammoth wasp because female of this species is very huge, about more than 3 centimeter size. But this one is not so huge. This one about 3 centimeters, but this is a male of mammoth wasp with long antennae. Male is not stinging. What about bees? These are solitary bees. On the right side, you can see here one of family Andrenidae. Andrena. This one is called cuckoo bee. And this one Andrena. Living underground, making underground nests. And this is a solitary bee. Cuckoo bee is also solitary for sure. These are two individuals of bumblebees, worker bumblebees, not very big size, with collected pollen. In their basket. And you see here bumblebee sting, because workers are stinging. And only not workers are not stinging. These tiny bees are also stinging, but they are not honeybees. They sting not so painful, because they sting with very small sting. In this family, mason bees, family Megachilidae. Again, tiny andrena, hairy Megachilidae. And here we have very big parasitoid. This is again cuckoo bee, mason bee or leafcutter bee, or mason bee, family Megachilidae, and this another family Andrenidae. This species collecting pollen on hind legs. You see red hind legs, but this species is collecting pollen on the down part of abdomen, not on legs, but on abdomen. So very tricky way for pollen collection. And this one species with very long tail is called Megarrhiza, which is hunting for larvae under the bark of trees. Larvae of horntail wasps, family Tentridionidae, genus Tentridion, for example, on birch tree, which is developing very deeply under the bark of tree. That's why Megarrhiza has so long ovipositor, this very long tail, which is extended from the top of abdomen. I show you. This is ovipositor. This is not a stick. This is a real body. Body about 2.5 centimeters, and ovipositor about 4 centimeters. 1, 2, or 3.5. Longer than the body, because female needs to penetrate the bark of tree, make a hole under to penetrate the bark of tree, tissue of trees, and find horntail wasp larva somewhere deeply under the bark of tree. So that's why very peculiar, very special adaptation for oviposition. That's why this feature is called ovipositor, very long ovipositor. And you see here very tiny red and black creatures. These are creatures of family Sphexidae. Digger wasps with very tiny waist. This one is genus Ammophila, parasitic and hunting on caterpillars and bringing into the underground nest. And this one is genus Sphex, hunting for, not for caterpillars, completely different, hunting for grasshoppers, hunting for tiny Orthoptera grasshoppers, sometimes bigger than body, and also bringing this tiny grasshopper into underground nest, which is digger wasp is digging under the ground, somewhere in its sand, sometimes called digger wasp or sandy wasps, because many cases were living in sandy soil. Family Sphexidae. And our famous mammoth wasp, genus Megarista, Megascolia maculata, the same, very similar name like a Megarista, but Megascolia. And this is a male. This is a male too. And they are both the parasitoids, parasitic on larvae of rhino beetle, Oryctes nasicornis. I showed you adults, but we're developing on larvae under the ground. Larva of rhino beetle is developing on decomposing roots, stems of different deciduous trees. So we're parasitic on them, and female is paralyzing the larva of rhino beetle. Larva is developing from fertilized eggs, developing into male, like here. This male just was developing from unfertilized egg. That's why this is a male. And from fertilized eggs of mother or fertilized female is developing. But now I cannot show you it. I have some individual, but in another box. Not here and not now. Maybe next time. And maybe finally I can show you just some living individual, living wasp, not only in collection, but big one sitting in a cage, closed by lid. But I take it off, I can show you in a cage. We're sitting here and nearly sleeping, because it's nighttime and because it's winter time. I need to close containers very carefully. Don't allow to penetrate container by pest beetles. And I can show you what we are doing here. We're sitting, these are sleeping, these are eating. We're feeding on this piece of honey, crystallized honey. Here are some males, and B1, these are females. Paper wasps of genus Palistes dominulus. We're sitting on the paper nest, and we're hibernating, surviving during this winter time. I hope so till the springtime. Let's wait how we can survive, because we're very fragile and dependent from temperature, humidity, and also from some diseases. We can be affected by some diseases. All animals can be affected by diseases. Some micro and viral diseases. So that's why difficult to say about their survival and not in natural conditions. Natural conditions also, insects, not all insects are surviving, especially after winter. In winter time, this is a wet time, cold time. In insects, we're just sleeping somewhere in anabiosis. somewhere underground, on soil, under leaves, under the bark of trees, some convenient and not convenient conditions. So not all insects can survive during hibernation time in winter. So we have very comfortable conditions here in my room. So I hope so we can survive well. I can show you that I can communicate with them sometimes. I can touch them just for fun to wake them up, get up. They're very peaceful. They're not biting. And in night time they are not trying to escape. We have correlation with the night time. And we have food here. Спасибо за внимание. Надеюсь, было интересно посмотреть коллекцию насекомых. Сегодня в чате было мало народа. Холодная пятница, рабочий день. Завтра будет выходной, уикенд. Завтра, возможно, будет больше народа в чате. А мы сейчас смотрим зимующих в домашних условиях бумажных ос рода Parasitoids, которые весьма миролюбивые, особенно во время зимовки, потому что они стараются убежать, особенно ночью, когда они спят, сонные. Они не длиннее, нежели чем медоносная пчела, но они не являются врагами медоносных пчел. Селятся рядом в гараже, в подвале, на крыше, под крышей, в плоском гнезде, вот которое здесь лежит, 2 кусочка гнезда, снятые с крышки пустого улья. И особенно любят прятаться у основания гнезда, где они сейчас прячутся на перевернутом гнезде. Вот этими ячейками гнездо обычно находится вниз, повернуто, а вот эта часть обычно так и находится вверх. Они спрячутся не здесь не внизу, а как раз прячутся наверху. Им так нравится. Это бумажные осы рода Parasitoids. Часто их можно найти просто на растениях. Они делают на сухих растениях небольшие гнездышки размером где-то 20-30 ячеек. А другие виды, которые находят удобное место обитания, например, в гараже или на крыше, делают вот такое гнездо, порядка сотни ячеек. Тоже общественные осы, но их общественная колония небольшая. Гнездо полностью открытое, без внешней такой оболочки, без конверта такого, который делают другие осы. Эти осы имеют длинные ножки, достаточно медленно летают в полете и не охотятся на пчел. И не воруют мед. Несмотря на то, что все пчеловоды скажут, что все осы прилетают к нам, но вот эти осы могут прилететь разве что только на открытое сот, на подставленную кормушку с медом прилетят. Но залезть в улей они не смогут. Они очень медлительные, неповоротливые, и пчелы их моментально отгонят. А вот другие более коротенькие такие земляные осы, Паравеспуля, германские осы, очень шустрые, проворные, быстрые, быстро могут залезать иногда даже в улей и немножко воровать меда. И создавать такую беспокоящую тенденцию в улье. Паравеспуля меньше по размеру, нежели эти осы, и меньше, чем медоносная пчела, так что на саму пчелу они вряд ли охотятся. На пчелу могут охотиться шершни. Но шершни мы покажем в следующий раз. Надеюсь, вам было любопытно и интересно посмотреть, что мы сегодня показывали. I hope it was interesting and funny and entertaining for you to watch for some insects in our collection, in my collection. Finally, I show you this living collection with living insects, with living paper wasps, genus Palistes, which are hibernating in my apartment in my room in Kyiv, capital of Ukraine. Thank you for watching. Press like if you didn't forget about it. If you're first time visitor of my channel, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget about it. It's improving channel, it's making it more active. And write your comments in the chat under this video. If you want to support channel, visit my Patreon page and visit my YouTube channel for support of channel. This is a kind of a feedback which is always pleasant and useful for development of new ideas, new videos, new stories. And thank you for your interest and curiosity. I hope it was interesting, funny and entertaining for you. If you have not seen these insects, write in comments. If you have not seen this lovely wasp before, write in comments and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon in my next stream. The sooner, the better. Good luck. Bye bye.